install to follow this. So to install TailwindCss, you need to go to tailwind.com, and then on your right side here you will click a document, okay, and then it will give you, it will pop you this page here. It will ask you first step to do is to create your React with Wit, and then it will work. Second things is to install a Tailwind. So you need to copy this command line here, and then go back on your terminal window. We'll go back on our terminal window. Okay, we'll go back on our terminal window where we have our React running. Okay, and then we'll say where we have our React running, and then we'll just paste that command here. Okay, you paste it, you tell npm install Tailwind, okay, CSS, okay, with Wit anyway. So you just say enter, it will create for you the folder. Okay, yeah, so it also install that. And then second when you install this, and then you need to firstly to go in your JSON package dependency to check if this installation is installed. So you will see here in JSON, okay, in JSON package for dependency we have Tailwind now is installed. Okay, you see Tailwind is installed with Wit. So okay, so second thing, we need to go back in our browser, and we need to go back in our browser to see the second step. Second step, it says you need to do the configuration of your plugins. So configuration of Wit, okay, in your file vit.configuration, okay, that we need to put this here. Okay, we copy. Okay, we need just to copy it properly, and then go share. Go back to your terminal window. You need to paste it inside of that file. Which file? This file here. Okay, so we go in this file. Everything you will find, you need to be delete. Okay, need to be delete, and then paste what they ask to you. Okay, so we have put this. When we put this, we need to finish this configuration. The configuration didn't finish yet because we have do the configuration for Tailwind. We have called from Tailwind, okay, that Tailwind we have in JSON packages. So we have import Tailwind here, and then we need to import also all React application to be here. So we say import React, okay, import React from, okay, we import React is something there. You say import React, okay, import React. You say import React from, okay, to this, okay, import React from Wit, import React from Wit. We can do just this, and then you say add Wit, okay, add Wit, you say add Wit. So you importing React here, you are importing React here, and then you need to pass React instead of your plugins. So here Tailwind now will take care of everything each time your application is running. So React will be in these plugins, so this will be called, okay, so this will be called in configuration. So React application will be called, and Tailwind will take control of everything. Why? Because when we start running our React application, we'll use Tailwind to take on control of everything. Why? Because we need to use the class. Okay, we told you, like instead of creating one thing by one thing yourself, so Tailwind's tool packages will have inside of your CSS everything like classes. Okay, so another step left for us, we are left with two steps. One step left is to change the CSS file. Okay, CSS file, go in this file, You see everything is here was be created manually. So CSS system front and test white whatever. So we need to clean up everything. Okay, we need to clean everything here, and then we need to remove it. Okay, so we are in CSS, and then we say clean everything in CSS, and then let's go in our browser to follow the step. Okay, go follow the step. Which step left? So we have finished to do the configuration of our Tailwind in the program. So now is to import. Okay, Tailwind in our CSS folder is just to copy this command line here. Okay, we are going to copy it here, and then we're going to do the sharing. Okay, sharing, and then go back on your terminal window, paste it. That's the configuration. So after doing this, the configuration, everything is okay. You need to do you need to save. Okay, save everything you have changed. We have saved. Okay, and then put it back again. Last things to make this to run, and then you to see, you need to go, everything will be run good here because you have just an dependency is already installed, and then you could do the configuration of Tailwind with React inside of the plugins, so everything will run good, and then you import it here. So you import your Tailwind here. Each time you call this Tailwind here, when you call this file in your program, so everything will be take control by Tailwind. Okay, so CSS will take control by Tailwind CSS. Okay, so we go in this folder. This folder is more important. You remember, like this folder here is carrying everything that will be getting out on your page, and then this folder will be called in the main. We'll explain this how this functionality goes, but everything you put here is everything you will see also in your page. Okay, so you remember when we run before see our React, we have see something like we have this logo. Okay, so this is the code that has logo and React some motion clip. Okay, so we'll remove everything also from here. So why we'll be removing everything from here? We need to put our own code. Okay, we need to put our own code. We'll go, and then you see what they propose you. So you need to put some div for you to understand, to put some div that has already calling like classes. Okay, because the main purpose is to see if the Tailwind classes is working. So we put some code there with classes, so that we'll need to share. Let's share, and then let's go to, I'll go just here, and then I'll go to this, to my GitHub. I'll copy some div I've created. Okay, so even though we don't need to do this, so we can just create about ourselves like something. Okay, let's just stop this, so we can do it manually ourselves. Okay, let's go back to this. Okay, so just inside here, so we need to create some div, like you need to say div. Okay, div, you say this div here, this div. Okay, now inside of this div, we need to call a class. You say class. Okay, we need to call this class, and then inside of the class, so when we use this kind of thing, we need to use proper tag. So inside of this, you need to put like min. Okay, min flag 8. So when I'm writing like this, so this will be it mean like I create a class with screen, and some color and item will be in the center, justification center, and then this is will be the board. Okay, so I try to create something like this, and then inside of this I can also create like maybe say a, okay, like a title. I say hello guys, okay, we can say hello guys, okay, hello guys, this is your React page, okay, React page. So we do something like that, everything will come out, okay, so we don't need to do something like, and then we can incorporate like some you know, edge with also he asks you to put some text inside, so we can also put inside like a class, okay, we can also put like a class, okay, and then inside of this class here, when we put, I told you we need to use this, I'll explain to you. Okay, so you need to use something like that. So you accept this example. So let's see if what we are writing there will come out, because the main purpose is to use this name class, okay, from our TailwindCss, okay, and then I'll come to explain to you. If you go in main, you see in main we have called index CSS, we have imported here, okay, so each time the React create root roundup by ID will be rounded, it will call this thing, this complement, okay, it will use this complement, but don't forget it will use everything that is in this, is just this index here we have called our Tailwind CSS. So CSS Tailwind will be operate. So let's see if everything we are doing so far is correct, and then it will work. Okay, so you remember here app CSS. So we don't even need to use everything here also. Okay, so we don't even need so anything about this. It won't even work because we don't want it. Okay, we can even delete that CSS. So the important is the index that is important for us. Okay, I told you to delete everything, you already delete. So now we are going back here. So this is everything we need to see in our browser, okay? In our browser, okay? So let's go. Now in terminal window, you need to say again npm run dev, okay? npm run dev. So before to run, we need to, okay, so okay, we are running, okay, so it's running perfectly. This is your code. You need the URL you need to, and then to paste it in your browser. So let's go paste it in our first browser where React was running for the first time with all the code, okay, that was come default from React, and then we'll see the difference if our class is working. You remember, okay, what we have right, hello guys, so we need to see it in our thing. So let's go in our browser, we pick up browser, for example, this. Remember, this was what was previously running, okay. So now we are need to change something. We need to put this thing, and then let running it, you see, is put everything in the center, okay, is putting everything in the center. That was the main purpose, okay, is put everything in the center, okay. And then these logos, we can remove them from main application. There's no point of that. We will see how to do those, so you don't need to worry. So the first things, when we share again, we need to go back to this, okay. So you see is running, so to make sure this code will come out, we need to save, okay. Don't forget, when you change something, you need to do save all. Now you need to make it a bit bigger, Okay, and then stop first your application. Control C will stop. Now save. Save. Okay, we have saving. Now go back on your browser. Go in your terminal window first. Some cleanup. So we go up there and then we say npm run dev. Npm run dev. Okay, npm run dev. Let's see. It give us the same thing. Now we stop sharing, we go on our browser quickly as we can in our browser. Let's see what will be happen. All right, so you see now hello guys is come to the middle, because that's what we need, hello guys, to come to the middle. So it's not again the first CSS was using React from default. Now this is what we have created. Okay, our header with this h1, okay, size. So you know this is, and then the color, you see the color is blue. If we go back and then we say all the tests to the middle, so we check really if it's working like that. Stop sharing, go back to your browser, and then look what we did. So this is the code. We create our div. Okay, we tell div this is the code, and then the class we have used, we say on the screen. Okay, we need everything with this color, and the item need to be to the center. Every test will be justified. Okay, and we have used the gray 100%. So when we have write some test, you see this test, we have write